Hello. I hope you're all doing well. This is our freebie this week. It's a set of 4 tags. They are very useful. I've used these ones in a lot of different ways in journals. Obviously, you can just cut them out and use them as a tag, but you can use them kind of folded that way into a little book. And you can sort of line them up and put them across and use them as a concertina as well, which is how we're going to be using them today. I'm going to back them with some craft paper, but my first step is to get them cut out. I won't be cutting down here, so I'll end up with 2 sort of panels like this. I'm not going to put you through watching me cut these out on camera. I'm going to run off and get that done and come back, and then we will continue. Hey, so I'm back. I have my tags cut out. I've got my glue. I've got some backing paper, which I'm going to attach them to. And then I'm going to put the whole ensemble in my journal once we've got these lined up and sorted out. So next step is to get these glued on. I'm going to keep them straight because I'm just going to line up with the edge of this paper. These are just going to go on a bit of glue. There we go. Glue this side. And I'm just going to leave a very tiny gap between these and the next set, just so that I can make sure that they're going to fold the way I need them to fold. So these, put them right up in this corner. Make sure I keep them aligned. Now, if you don't have a paper with a bit of straight, I would suggest just drawing a line and lining them up so that when you fold them, they actually fold up, lined up. All right, so there's my first 2. Second 2. And this will just be a nice little interactive element in your journal. As I think I mentioned, there are a few ways you can use these tags, but it is kind of nice to just use them as a little accordion spot in your journal for writing. And put those there. So I'm just going to make sure I leave a tiny weeny little gap, you can see there, just to allow for a bend. Make sure I keep these dead straight though across the top. That's going to have to do. They're all glued now. All right, and I've got an extra panel here. So what I want to do is make sure that this is the panel that's actually going to attach to the journal. So I'll get myself a nice clean fold there. And which way around am I going to do these? So, and I've gone and I've folded that not exactly square. So let's do that again. So that we're nice and square. There we go. Awesome. So I want that like that, like that, like that. Here's how my accordion's going to accord. All right. Just go and re-fold all these guys. And then I'll cut the bottom off. Okay, so I'm going in that way, that way, that way, that way, that way. So I have my gardener on the top. And that will all sit flush in. Okay, so I need to do some more cutting now. So what I can do is let's cut this excess off the bottom. I've gone a bit overboard. Never mind. Cut this excess off down the side. I've got to take out all my little corners as well. So that's going to go in that way. So there's going to be all this writing space on our other side, and it'll fit in like that. Okay, so a little trim of this. And I do kind of like, I'm going to leave that rough edge across the top. Just trim this bit off and down the side. That's that bit done. I'm just going to cut out these little knocks. Now, these, I didn't get the glue quite close enough there. I'm going to go back in and put a little bit more on. There we go. I just want to make sure I get a really good seal, particularly as that's a join. It's a bit similar with the covers. You need to get the edges really well sealed down. Okay, I will do these ones while I'm waiting for that to dry a little bit. Oh, hello, cat. I don't know if you can hear her. She wants attention. And here we go. Okay, so there are our tags. All our little pieces cut out. I'm going that way. Going in like this. So I do have some string. I'm going to put my string in the journal and then have it to tie this closed. So I think that's probably going to be enough. It just needs to sit. I'm going to glue it on top like that. And then we can do our little bow. Like so. Okay, so got all that tidy in. And then that's the surface I'm going to glue in. Alrighty, let's grab my journal. Now one other thing I am going to do is I'm going to put this, stick this on some of this dark side. I think I like the dark side. And I printed both sides. So this side's actually going to go on my page because a lot of my extra pages in my journal are quite thin, and so we don't want them to sort of, so that side, if I glue it on there, it's going to be a bit kind of going to show through. So this is my journal, what I'm up to. I've cut out all my little pockets. They all need to go in. I'm kind of at that stage where I just went through the other day and just placed them. I've got more here. That's a folio that's been glued in, and I've left it sort of, this is a little pocket to show you a bit of this while we're here. But this is my journal coming together, which is kind of cool. So I'm loving this vellum page. Oh, stick it on there maybe. Yeah. Let's have a little, I think here it'd look nicely. So I need kind of a panel of this. Let's cut out a panel of this. There we go. And this way. And as this is a bit sheer, if I glue that there. Oh, make sure my gardener's right side up, hey? Glue him there. Then on the other side, you're not getting white showing through. And I think I'm going to put a pocket in there. So that'll look nice with the blue coming through instead of white. So what I am going to do, something that's annoying me, is I'm going to take these little knocks out of my bottom layer as well. There we go. Okay, little notches done. He's going to go in there. That's going to go in there. You know what I might do? Actually put little notches in this paper I'm going to stick on too. That'd look pretty cool. Let's go around and put those on. I'm not being exact, as you can tell. There we go. Okay. So that one in there. Let's grab my glue. I may just do 3 sides of this so that I can put more in there if I want. It can be a big pocket with a little bit of a tuck spot happening. Oh gosh, glue all over my hands. There we go. Going in this way round. No, it's not particularly well lined up. Can I lift it and put it down again? Get it lined up a bit better. Oh, that's better. Okay. I think this edge here threw me off. Okay, so that's that one in. And then it's just a matter of putting our little accordion in. I'm just going to put a bit of extra sort of glue around where that string is, just to make sure that that's not going to go anywhere. So that's our main thing. Just get that equal. There we go. And he's going to go in like that. Let's get that pushed down. All right. And that locks our string in. So we can just undo. And there's our writing spots. And there's our beautiful pictures. So that's just a lovely little extra element to go in your journal. Probably going to go around and do some inking on these just to give them a bit of an aged look. But yeah, so pretty, hey? All right. And just another little interactive thing to go and have fun with. All right, my loves, I will leave you to it. My garden is calling. I did a bit this morning. I'm going to go back. I managed to get some free agapanthus on Facebook Marketplace. So I'm considering myself very lucky. I've got a big spot to fill in. I will see you soon. Thanks a lot.